I got a lot of things pretty sweet here. This stuff needs to be, just tied up. But I got one of these guys over there. Got that guy going on there. I retaped and rewired that. This guy over here is going to be the coil wire. I have a bunch of other wires in here. God forbid if the engine ever had to come out and you put a modern engine in there. So I have like an HEI wire and a bunch of wire for gauges that are completely not hooked up on the inside. Well, I don't have a lot of things hooked up yet on the inside, but pretty much under the hood, I'm pretty much solved, other than the wiring that goes from the headlights to these hubs over here. And of course that coil wire, which I had to mess with the rust that I talked about the other day. But in here, the collection of wires that were with the coil wire, and like you see, I got the pink HEI wire. Even if it doesn't reach, because I added extra, but I guess I should have added more, but it should reach this hub. I realized that in the end, I really don't have a constant power output other than, we're tapping off of the, so I'm going to put this little box right here. My problem is this. I originally had all, like, my wiring here. I got almost nothing here. And it totally could have gotten one of these guys on the other side. But now it's kind of like an issue. Unless I'm able to flip it over and go to the other side, but there's more in the way over here. So I need the rod to come very close to here because of how I made it. So it's amazing how far away it is. Like I can put my whole hand here, and then when you turn this up, it actually hits the fuses right here. And even if I move the fuse or played with this, it would hit that. And this is not even in. So this is supposed to be like this. So if you rotate it, it's right in line with disaster. So I mean, if I can keep it like that, I will end up doing that. Like I said, the rod comes down here. It might be actually tighter here than here. So that's my update so far. I even got this guy hooked up. And a lot of good things happening here. So I got a few more wires. I got the alternator wires to hook up. Like I said, I'm going to put this extra little box in there so I have a bunch of circuits that are constant power. And hook up the cigarette lighter, because a lot of times the manufacturer puts, like I have the brake line, the wire for the brake lights. They have the power for that going to a lot of different places. It's kind of cool to have all individual, circuits if you can help it. So I'll probably do that. It's so overkill, it's not even funny, and I have extra circuits under the hood. Of the two things that's spare, one is with power. With the key on, the other one is power all the time. I still have this guy hooked up, which does a lot. I actually have the alternator running through it. This is a constant duty solenoid, so it leaves that little chintzy ignition switch to turn on something that's more major. So coming along, I must say. And then I have the wrong unit here. First of all, it really doesn't fit. Second of all, it's not for defroster. So I think I have it in the other video. I'm going to probably link with this. And so I ordered another $500 down the drain. But it's going to be better and better suited for me, and it's going to have the controls, because that doesn't even include the controls, that one over there. And maybe I'll get to cleaning up this mess while I'm waiting for that thing to go in the mail, come in the mail, as soon as I get underneath here buttoned up. But I'm going to remove the steering now and start playing. About 6 months ago, and unfortunately, I really can't use it. Number one, it really doesn't fit. I could technically use it from my other car, but then here's the other problem, is that there's no defrost. They have these things blocked off, and I asked the guy, can you just open these, and then get the parts, because the difference in price between this one and the other one is about $50, but he said it's a different unit, electronic units and everything that's in there. So that's kind of a bummer. I figured if I go put it maybe in that car or the other car, 60s car, I can maybe drill a hole on heat. At least something comes up through the top, and then you can hook up the vents, or on AC for that matter. It may bleed into there as well. I don't know, but it's kind of a bummer. I don't know why. Who wouldn't want the defroster? I mean, if anything, they should all be defrosted, and you just don't use it. if that's the case. But you know, and they're like, oh well, you can sell it and go buy another one. I was like, thanks. So apparently there's nothing, and he said it would be like $200 in parts to convert it, because they're not going to take back the electronic parts that are in there. And you know, but it's something that somebody could do technically. You know, you can buy this one off me and do that, but you know, obviously I'd have to take a bigger loss. So I'll see if somebody wants to buy this for like $400 and take it from there. Got the new one in the mail. Kind of cool. Forgot about the space that's between here, but that leaves me to still keep the fresh air thing. But it just hides under the dashboard, I think, enough. I think I didn't get the chrome accents because it wasn't for sale, and these are like the most heavily used ones that Vintage Air sells, so everybody has them out of stock. This guy had the last one with the black, and I just assume it'd be like this, and you can't see it when everything is dark. Because really, even if I had chrome accents, it didn't exist in 1940. It's going to be mad cool.